Hey, this month is International Stress Awareness Month, but it doesn't matter when you're listening to this podcast because, let's be real, stress isn't an occasional visitor. It's that clingy housemate who never gets the hint to leave. So today I am diving into how stress shows up in our bodies, why we sometimes eat or drink our feelings, and most importantly, how to take back control. So grab a cuppa and let's get started. Welcome to The Secrets in the Powder Room, where we share stories and open up conversations about all the secrets women are forced to keep out of fear and shame. I'm Louise Bryant, professional certified coach, intuitive eating counsellor, and trauma-informed domestic abuse specialist and survivor. We're here to support you on your healing journey and help you feel like you're not alone. This is not to be a replacement of your own professional, medical, or legal advice. This podcast contains adult language and content. Listener discretion is advised. So we're often led to believe that stress is something that exists only in our minds, but it's a very real thing and it really has a lot of impact on our bodies as well. Our nervous system responds to stress automatically, sometimes before we've even become aware of it. But noticing these physical signs is the first step towards managing stress more effectively. And some common ways stress can show up physically are maybe a tightness in your chest, so like a feeling of pressure, or restriction, making it harder to take full, deep breaths. It could be tensing in your shoulders and your neck and your body, your body's way of like embracing itself, like to fight a tiger. Often it can lead to discomfort and even headaches. It can affect your digestive system. So stress can trigger stomach aches. It can make you feel sick and can create some nausea and have other digestive issues due to your gut and brain connection. Your jaw clenches and your teeth are grinding, a common response to tensions, which is sometimes happening unconsciously, especially during your sleep. And by bringing awareness to these signals, we can begin to respond with self-compassion using techniques that help regulate our nervous system and restore a sense of calm. So one technique that I use is an NLP technique, and it's the Fairground technique, and it's where you are stepping off of a ride. And for many of us, stress isn't just about everyday pressures. It can be so deeply tied up in past experiences, especially for those of us who've been through trauma or domestic abuse or like stressful relationships. And when stress shows up, it can trigger our body's automatic survival response, making us feel stuck in the fight, flight, freeze, flop, friend or fawn mode. And imagine stress like being on a fairground ride and you never ever wanted to get on. Maybe it's like the waters spinning too fast, making you feel disorientated and powerless and sick, or a sudden drop of one of them big tower rides where your stomach just lurches and you brace for impact, but your stomach just comes up into your throat. And this is often how trauma response work. They hijack our nervous system, making us feel like we have no control. But here's the truth. You can step off the ride. Okay, so we're just going to try a really quick fairground technique. So what I want you to do, if you're not driving, and if you can, if not, just kind of come along with us and go on the journey. But if you can close your eyes, this is a lot easier to picture. And if you just picture yourself on that overwhelming fairground ride, you've stepped onto it and you've sat down and your hands are holding onto that cold bar as it's coming down and pushing into your stomach. Notice how your body reacts. Does your heart race? Are you excited? Do your muscles tense? Has your jaw clenched? Does this bring up feelings of fear or helplessness or excitement and adrenaline? And now just imagine this waltz is spinning and spinning around on the big wheel, and on its carriage itself, it's just spinning around really fast, really fast, going up and down, round and around. And then Imagine it slowing down as it comes to a slow halt. Now imagine the bar lifting up and you're feeling a bit sick and dizzy. And now imagine yourself standing and walking away from your chair. And now you step onto the ground. You've stepped off of the carousel or the spinning waltzers, and you can feel your feet firmly on the ground again, solid and steady beneath you. And you can remind yourself now that you're safe and you're in control. And now take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, visualize the stress leaving your body, like stepping away from the ride and into a calmer, more stable space. So when we've experienced trauma, our nervous system can become hypervigilant, reacting to stress as if we're still in danger. But exercises like this gently remind our brain and body that the danger has passed, helping you bring yourself and your mind back to the present moment. And it's a way to tell your nervous system that I am safe now, I am not on this ride anymore. But practicing this regularly, you can start to rewire your brain's response to stress, creating a sense of safety and grounding, even in difficult moments. I've created a free guided Fairground NLP exercise that will be available for you to download, and the links will be in the description. And it's a little bit gentler than the Fairground ride of going on a waltzer, but this is going to be where I take you through an exercise where we walk onto the fairground and we go on the carousel, and then we feel all the feelings, we see all the things, we smell all the things, and we really come into our 5 senses. And I help you go through this, and it's longer, it's a bit more gentler, and it really helps you to tune into your body and helps you feel more grounded. It's also in this month's membership content with more exercises around the stress. So I also wanted to touch on stress eating and drinking and why we do it. So have you ever found yourself halfway through a packet of biscuits before realising what's happened, or poured yourself just one glass of wine only to find yourself refilling a few times, and before you know it, the bottle was gone? I just want you to know that you're not alone. Stress eating and drinking are deeply human responses. But here's the thing, they are not about a lack of willpower. So let me tell you a little bit about why stress makes us crave certain food and drinks. So firstly, stress triggers cortisol, which is the hormone that ramps up our cravings for sugar, salt and fat, which are quick energy sources your body thinks it needs to survive. Also, it's a way of giving you comfort and helping you to cope. So many of us associate certain foods and drinks with warmth, with safety, or with relief, especially if we grew up using food as a source of comfort. It also creates emotional numbing, so eating and drinking can serve as ways to avoid discomfort, temporarily dulling emotions like anxiety, loneliness, or overwhelm. So I just want to give you some things that might help without diet rules or restrictions. So first of all, the pause and name it trick. Before eating or drinking alcohol, pause for 10 seconds and ask, what am I really feeling right now? So awareness reduces the urge to self-soothe automatically. And if we just have that pause sometimes, it can be really powerful. You might even want to download the emotions wheel from the internet and have a little think about, what emotion am I feeling right now? And then you can decide in that moment, is food going to help with that emotion? You know, really think about gentle curiosity, no judgment. So if you do eat or drink for comfort, meet yourself with kindness instead of guilt and ask, why do I actually need this in this moment? You could also try maybe a sensory swap. So if you're craving chocolate or sweets, maybe try a warm, soothing tea at first. Maybe you're thinking about wine. You could start with maybe a sparkling water with some lime. But there's no restrictions, just curiosity. And then if you still want it afterwards, then go ahead and have it. without any judgment and without any guilt. You could also try changing your state, which is where you can move your body in a way that feels good. Often in our courses, we all go for a swim. So this could be a case of standing up, really stretch your body, take a big inhale and just wiggle your body, moving your right and left side. This might be taking a short walk, or it might be splashing some cold water on your face. And this could really help shift your nervous system out of stress mode. But just remember, food and drink aren't the enemy. This is about expanding your coping tools, not taking anything away. Your body deserves care, not control. And next week's podcast is going to be more about this stress and food and drink. So keep an eye out for that one. So just a little final thought around that before we move on. And I just wanted to share something. So here's the truth. Sometimes we will eat when we're stressed, and that's okay. Food is not the enemy, and neither are you. The real goal isn't to fix emotional eating or alcohol drinking. It's to build a toolkit and a toolbox of ways to care for yourself, food included. So next time you find yourself reaching for a snack or for the wine, instead of asking, how do I stop this? Try asking, what do I need right now? And that's where the real healing begins. So I just want to take this time, as usual on the podcast, is to just take a pen and a paper. And I know journaling sounds like one of those nice ideas we should do, but never get around to. But trust me, getting your thoughts out of your head and onto paper helps massively. Okay, so here's just a few prompts to try. So what's one thing causing you stress right now? And what's one small step that you could take to ease it? What does stress feel like in your body, and where do you hold on to it? What's one kind thing that you can do for yourself when you feel overwhelmed? And if your stress could talk, what would it say? Okay, my lovely listeners, stress is inevitable, but staying stuck in it, well, that's optional. I really hope today's episode has given you some practical tools to handle stress better. And if you want to go deeper, don't forget you can download my free Fairground NLP exercise. You can join the free membership and get access to my 14-day self-care course. You can upgrade to £11 a month from the membership and get full access to workshops, including this month's deep dive into stress. And if you need some personal support, I also offer one-to-one coaching to help people break free from stress, emotional eating, and toxic relationships. And you can DM me on Instagram at Louise Bryant Coach. Until next time, be kind to yourself, step off the stress ride, and remember, you're stronger than you think. Thank you for joining me, Louise Bryant, in this episode of The Secrets in the Powder Room. You are enough, you deserve love, respect, and a life that makes you feel good. Not just in relationships, but within yourself. If this episode resonates with you, please subscribe, share, and leave a review, as it helps others find the show and start their own healing journey. Until next time, take care of yourself, and remember, real love starts with you.